We're 6 weeks into this now. Talk about kind of what this series has been for you so far, if it's panned out the way you like it.
Yeah, I love it. You know, for a long time I've been talking about doing weekly shows, and I think I finally came up with the perfect concept for weekly shows. I love it. You know, you see that today there were a couple of fights that I didn't really love, but every week, you know, there's been incredible fights, and I love this kid, Bird, for coming back twice and finishing both times. I respect it, so I'm gonna give him a shot. And then the other kid, fucking beast.
I was gonna say, I mean, bringing guys back, you know, twice in 6 weeks, it's got to be a tough ask to do that, right?
He asked to do it, I guess. I guess it was him. You know, he wanted to come back and do it again, and he did it again. So, gotta respect it.
This was an eight-week test run, I guess, kind of a pilot run, right? I mean, have you guys committed to more? Do you know that like this is going to keep going?
It's doing very well. It's killing it for us. So, and I have other plans for this show too. Yeah, so this is going to keep going.
Would it be something that eventually maybe takes over where the Ultimate Fighter slot is?
Oh no! Everybody's trying to kick the Ultimate Fighter out. The Ultimate Fighter's still killing it. The Ultimate Fighter still pulls great numbers. Last season was one of the best seasons I think we've ever had, and the ratings killed it. So. The Ultimate Fighter ain't going anywhere.
But for sure, this is a cheaper, faster, you know, show that you could deliver to the public.
It's not cheap.
Comparing to the tough, you know?
No shows are cheap, especially one Snooper on.
How many episodes do you see doing this? I mean, would this be like literally every week, or do you do like seasons?
So we'll do seasons, yeah. So the first season wraps, I think, the first week of September on this one. And then we'll take a little break and then start over again.
Do you know when yet, or is it still kind of
No, this is all still work in progress, but honestly, I'd rather do, I could do this every Tuesday for the rest of my life. I love it.
Tough on your matchmakers, right? You're giving out more contracts than they probably wanted?
They got to figure it out. That's what we're paying them for.
Is this a show that could have international installments eventually?
No, because I can't go international. So
you couldn't have like another version of you?
No, but we could bring in guys. You know, we could bring in guys. You know, that are international. We could bring in guys from other countries for this. Yeah.
You mentioned Snoop before. He's been pretty well received as a broadcaster. You know, kind of silly on the broadcast, but
yeah, no.
But I mean, is that something like you guys are exploring? Like,
so let me show. So I'm playing with all the numbers on this thing right now. You know, and the thing just keeps growing every week, right? On Fight Pass. So let me think of the right. So when this started out, regular broadcast was like this. Snoopcast was here. Over the last several weeks, it's gone just like this. Right. Yeah. So
I mean, is that something you guys are thinking of, like expanding the horizons of how you do broadcasts in other ways, like different ways to present the product, different, you know, different people coming in, that kind of thing?
I don't know. I think on a show like this, it's fun to play around with stuff. Plus, on this show, we get to try out new guys. You know, because calling fights isn't easy. It's a tough gig, but. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this thing plays out and progresses. But I like trying new things, and you know, if you look at this show, The Ultimate Fighter, and Looking for a Fight, you know, they all kill it. Looking for a Fight kills it on YouTube, and we just did a deal with YouTube for Looking for a Fight, so that show ain't going anywhere either. So, but I gotta.
How many shows can you do?
I gotta get back out of it. Yeah. Yeah, they started asking me to do a podcast. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. I'm at my wit's end right now. I actually have to get back on the road for Looking for a Fight. So I'm going to go. So we're going to do the next one in Cabo, so that'll be fun.
I mean, of course.
Looking for a Fight, Cabo. Then we're going to Cuba. Yeah, I'm only going to fun places for the rest of the year.
We're about 1 week for the whole city gets burned, you know, with the Maymac fight.
1 week till what? Yeah. No, we're getting there. We're getting down to the clock's ticking. I'm actually going to watch Connor spar after this. He's sparring tonight. So
again.
Yeah.
How many spars did you watch?
Paulie's coming?
No, Paulie. I saw that one already. That one's Paulie made the right decision to leave that camp.
How many ones did you watch?
I've only seen the Paulie one. That's the only one I've watched. Yeah. I'm going back tonight to check him out again.
How are you feeling about his chances? I mean, this is different from a UFC fight because you're not promoting both sides, right? I mean, this is
this
is your guy.
It's me and McGregor, man. You know, obviously, you know, I stopped doubting the kid a long time ago, and I'm hoping for this knockout. I'm hoping for him to knock Floyd out.
We see that you guys are filed as a co-promoter now. Did something change that now you're? Because at first you guys.
Well,
kinda
no,
like,
I think we had to. We're one of the promoters, so I think we had to become a co-promoter.
But it doesn't want to change anything. I think
No.
people were trying
And
to
we
see,
are
like, what does that mean?
we are co-promoters of the event. You know, I think at the time we didn't know that we would have to get a boxing license, but I guess we do. And it's just, I just didn't want our name on any of the stuff. It's a Mayweather event. We're co-promoters, but that's all ego shit.
So we still won't see the
care.
brand out there.
No, I don't care about that.
You've always been a boxing guy, so I mean, now that you guys get the license going forward, is that, you know, in the plans in the future to do boxing events?
You never know.
We all saw the Super Boxing T-shirt, right?
You never know. If and when, I will let you guys know.
With the drama that came on with Paulie and all that sort of stuff that kind of happened, was there ever a call from Conor's team or anybody to try to push toward Showtime to take him off the call? And do you think he should maybe remove himself from it?
Because he's doing the broadcast.
Because he's doing the broadcast.
Oh yeah, let me tell you what. I will tell you this. Last thing I want to do is get into a beef with Showtime or any of that stuff. But we gave them a ton of the footage of the sparring, and they denied it because they didn't want to make Paulie look bad. Yeah, they didn't show any of it. They had a ton of the sparring footage, and they wanted to use zero. So, you know, he was saying all that stuff, and I have nothing against Paulie. I don't even know the guy. I don't know him, and you know me, man. When you start talking shit, I actually felt bad for the guy. I actually felt bad for him, and as far as his health goes, he made the right decision to leave that camp. And if I had to bet, you know, if I had to bet on it, I'd bet that's why he did leave. You know, you can talk about, you know, listen, if he wasn't at the right hotel or whatever that type, I've never heard that kind of shit before coming from a sparring camp. But if that was the case, you know, we would have helped with hotel or whatever the deal was. But I think he made the decision for his health, and I think it was the right decision. And I'm not talking shit. What do I care? It makes no difference in my life whatsoever. This was a deal between Conor and this boxer and whatever. But I'm just telling you, he made the right decision for his health because it was a 12-round straight ass whooping. It was as bad of an ass whooping as I've ever seen.
So what pushed you over the edge to release the footage when Showtime wouldn't? You were just like, people need to see the truth?
Yeah, well, you got people out there saying, you know, first of all, Paulie's out there for 6 or 7 days saying, you know, he doesn't hit hard, he doesn't, you know, he can't box and all this other stuff. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I was just there for a 12-round ass whooping. And Paulie was talking shit the whole time, you know, the whole time. He's a tough guy. He's a tough guy. Like I said, I got nothing against the guy. I don't even know him, you know. And then he said I was kissing his ass after. I can tell you that never happened either. And what do I care? I don't give a shit. I don't know the guy, but for his health, he made the right decision to leave that camp.
And we will have the name of the referee in a few days, and on the next days. Is that something that worries you? Like worries Conor? No, he's worried about refereeing and taking exactly the movements for the judge.
Listen, this isn't going to be a boxing match with Floyd Mayweather. It's going to be a fight. Conor's going to go in there to fight him, and you know, Conor's not going to go in there and try to outbox Floyd Mayweather. He's going to go in there and try and knock him out. So, however, whatever game, Conor's very smart when it comes to fighting, and I'm sure he has a game plan. And I don't get involved in game plans and all that shit. We will represent him with the athletic commission. We're going to try to get 8-ounce gloves. And yeah, we're you know, we want the right referee in there, and you know, some referees have already come out and, you know, basically talk shit about the fight. We obviously don't want those guys reffing, and they won't. So yeah, we're getting down to the wire here.
You said that was the first time you watched Conor spar. Did you almost breathe a sigh of relief that he looked good?
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, people are talking shit about Malignaggi now. So the guy's a 2-time world champion, and Conor won all 12 rounds except for the 2 points that were taken away. He got 2 points taken away during the fight. So
For what?
those are the only 2 that Paulie won.
For what?
Kept pulling on his neck, and you know, I think the ref was hard on him on purpose to say, hey, they're going to be looking at all this little shit that you do. Every little thing that Conor does, they're going to be all over him. So, you know, he was taking points, and So really, the thing came out 10-2, unless you want to be really nice and give the guy another round. And Connor's still a smoke show.
At his media day, and I'm sure this isn't news to you, but he said he wants to do both. He wants to do MMA and boxing moving forward.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Listen, this one was a gimme. We'll see. You know, when you deal with Connor, you know, I'll take it day by day.
There's been rumors that there's big fines built into Connor's contract for stuff like you were saying, point deduction, that kind of thing. Is there specific things built in? Or?
Weight, and if he does anything outside of the, you know,
I mean, with
the
like
rules of boxing.
With like a natural boxing infraction count, or is it something that's like blatant, like MMA?
Yeah, it's got to be fucking head kicks, or elbows to the face, a knee. It's got to be something severe. Listen, there's a lot of dirty shit that goes on in boxing, you know, and stuff that you wouldn't. Well, I'll give you an example. If you look at the fight that he had with where he knocked him out when the ref wasn't looking. What's that kid's? Huh? Ortiz, yeah. So when Ortiz was you saw how they acted when that happened, you know. So you can imagine if Conor does something out of line, yeah.
But you're expecting it to be a pretty rough fight then, right? Because you're saying it's not a boxing match, it's a fight.
Yeah. Conor's going to get in there. He's going to rough him up and, probably fight him a lot like Maidana did.